Now, when I was a little chap, I had a passion for maps. At that time, there were many blank spaces on the earth, and when I saw one that looked particularly inviting on a map, but they all looked like that, I would put my finger on it and say, "When I grow up, I will go there." But there was one, yet the biggest, the most blank, so to speak, that I had a hankering after. Now, that space may not be so blank, but the river there is still an immense snake curving far into the wilderness. A company from the mainland is working on that river. The charm of the snake was irresistible, and I knew I needed to join the company. I had the fortune of having connections to powerful men in the company.
Welcome. Are you here for the interview?
Yes. Thank you.
We have reviewed your information, and you appear to be a strong candidate for working in the jungle. You will make a fitting replacement for our lost captain.
It's a shame that he was lost, but sometimes the natives are uncooperative. We bind our sons in exile, but sometimes risk is involved.
I know that there is dangers in the wilderness, but that is what gives a sense of adventure.
Not all of the natives will be dangerous. We do take some resources from them, but we give them immaterial benefits in return. We reap the majority of the resources, but think of all the ways that they benefit.
We teach them of God, proper civilization, and so much more. It's a little dark in here. Let me get the light.
Okay, we can't spend our whole day discussing him. We did lose him, but that's not our main part of the discussion. Your job is to track down Kurtz and find him.
Our output has gone down significantly with his loss, but we can still get him back. You're being sent to the heart of the forest in order to secure Kurtz and get him back.
Once you arrive in the forest, you will be traveling down the river in a steamer. Some of your crew will be natives, but they are more civilized. Any questions?
No, I understand. In the empty immensity of earth, sky, and water, there he was, incomprehensible, firing into the continent.
Wait, stay back! There are enemies in the bushes. Enemies? Not all of the natives are so agreeable.
They were not enemies, they were not criminals, they were nothing. Earthly, now nothing, but black shadows of disease and starvation, lying confusedly in the greenish gloom.
Do not worry, I will protect you. Come with me. Do not grieve the Holy Spirit, of whom you were marked with a seal for the day of redemption. Let all bitterness, wrath, anger, quarreling, and slander be put away from you, along with all the hatred. And be kind to another, compassionate, forgiving one another, just as God has forgiven you in the Messiah. The blame those ye better, the hate of those ye guard. Is that all I will receive? Why can God not give me praise for how I have helped him?
By the gods ye worship and the deeds ye do, these son and son people shall weigh your gods and you.
Outside of the bounds of society, the only one who should be able to judge us is God. These natives do not understand.
We have gone so far that even the men of God are succumbing to the madness.
I'll be quiet. Oh, they're fighting! They're everywhere. They're onto the wheel. What are you doing? Take control of this ship.
Your job is to steer, not to fight and
Good God! What has happened here?
Hey, so can you steer? Did you hear me?
Yeah, I heard you. And sure, but is he dead?
Yeah, he is. Now get over here and take control of this ship. And you know what? By the looks of it, Chris is probably the same way too. You're good. Damn. Are we really too late? That means I'll never get to meet him and shake his hand. I'll never have the chance of meeting the man who collected more ivory than all the other agents combined. No. What's worse is I'll never have the chance to hear him, to hear the words he spoke. He has vanished. The gift has vanished. I've come far to bring you back, Mr. Kurtz. I hope you'll be able to cooperate.
Here we go round the prickly pear, the prickly pear, the prickly pear. Here we go round the prickly pear. 5 o'clock in the morning.
There must be some kind of mistake. I was told Kurtz was a powerful man that was smart enough to lead men anywhere. Sure, we only have a muttering fool. He's no more man than I am a...
Seize him!
Excuse me? What's the meaning of this? What are you doing? What is this?
Let me go. Let me go.
Tell him to let me go, Kurt.
Do you know what is at the true heart of evil, young pawn? The answer is humans. We humans are all in the darkness, whether you choose to accept it or not. Can you really not see that we're all just a part of the same darkness, the same force? You, me, the company, we're all being used by the darkness. Whether you choose to accept it or not is up to you. But at what point does their madness start becoming worse than my madness?
It isn't. But that doesn't mean what you're doing is right. We've lost men with families and children coming and try to find you. So just come back with us to the company so we could...
The company men? They're even bigger hypocrites than you or I. I probably was, maybe still am, one of the most beneficial employees. Yet they reject my methods and shame me.
That may be the case, but it doesn't have to be that way. You can go back to civilization, and you can even regain your honor.
You simply don't get it.
This, the forest. It's my civilization now.
I realize what you are, Marlo. I truly do. You're a pawn in the grand scheme of things. And if you're a pawn, I'm supposed to be the queen to the king, one of the most valuable pieces. But in actuality, you're not a pawn. If anything, you're the knight. You're the errand boy sent by the company to look for me, to disrupt the rhythm of the queen, me. The thing is, you're not going to be able to disrupt my rhythm. For I am going to be disrupted by another. God himself. By this damned heart disease.
You got it here, right? In the heart of his madness.
The forest? The city? What does it even matter? I would have died from something one way or another. God himself detests me making progress in this world. Here in this forest, my land. It just goes to show that time will make anything kneel before him.
Kurtz, you're a greater man than I. You must realize the harm that comes from keeping your pace. The madness that comes from pursuing your voyage.
Perhaps you're right. Maybe I should return to civilization. Maybe I should die on my own terms. Maybe Maybe I should choose how I die, not let this madness take that from me. Come, let us be off, before I change my mind.
We are close from where we entered. Up ahead.
This is once where I... Hurts! The time has come, my young pawn. My life comes to a fade. Now, we can finally see what the end has in store for me. What my madness has seeked out all this time. Garbage! 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 What has my life been spent on? Pleasing an ivory tower? Bending to the knees of the pharaohs? Of all the hearts of humans, why me? All I've done is try to seek the benefits of humanity. Is this what mortality breeds? Marlowe, yours, mine, the company's. We breed our own horrors. Our own horrors. The horrors. The horrors.
He left. He left not in a fiery rage of emotion that he first showed me, but with a quiet complaint of what his end finally became. Not with a bang, but with a whimper.